Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a bonus general love reading for the sign of Capricorn. This can resonate with your Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus sign. So I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind. So please use your own discernment and flip the roles to however this best resonates with your situation, but please do not make the story fit. So if the reading resonates or parts of the message resonate, then that's great. If it doesn't resonate, then it's simply not your message. So please take what you feel fits and leave the rest, guys. So we're starting off the reading today with the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards, and then we'll use the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot to clarify those cards, and then finish off the reading with the Soul Journey Oracle cards here at the end. They will be for advice or guidance or just closing messages for you all. Okay, so let's get into this. Angels of Love and Light, can we please have clear and concise messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? What do they need to know in relation to love for this bonus reading? So I've already done a major kind of shuffle of the cards before this this reading, as it were, but I just thought I'd shuffle this a few more times for you. Now this is going to be a straightforward reading, so I will not be reading reversals. So let's get into the reading. Okay, for Capricorn. Okay, what can we get here for Capricorn, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, what do they need to know? Wow, there's too many to come out, but the Twin Flame card and the Love Call wanted to make itself known. So potentially you could be dealing with a divine counterpart here, or a high-level soulmate. So please take what you feel resonates or leave the rest, guys. But I'll put those back in the deck. So we have Boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. Okay. Wow, it's too many. But look at that, the Sword and the Rose is all to do with clarity and truth. So I feel like someone's been holding back on their truth, or potentially someone's lied about a situation or lying to someone to prevent them from getting the closure that they need to move on from something or from someone. But I feel like something shocking is going to happen. There's going to be an upheaval and someone's going to receive the truth that they need regardless anyway. So let's get a few more cards. Wow. Well, it's evidently clear now why someone has those types of intentions with the karmic relationship coming out. Fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you. And the Mask at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, definitely someone's been telling a few lies or doing something to prevent someone from receiving what they need and moving on. But they're being cut out. Look at that with that Axe card. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment and abandonment. Bottom of the deck we have addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. Okay. So I'm feeling predominantly that your love interest could be dealing with a third party of sorts, or a karmic partner or a karmic ex. They're waiting to receive what they need so that they can move on, but I feel like someone is trying to prevent the other person from moving on. And I feel like this is potentially a baby mama or a baby daddy here, or maybe even immediate family here, or friends, or work colleagues I'm getting for some reason as well. So maybe even neighbours. Neighbours is wanting to come through. Hand of cards. Yes, somebody is trying to keep their cards close to their chest. They're not telling the whole truth about something, but something's going to be blurted out relatively soon here. Someone's made a decision to move on. They're going to take a risk. They're being strategic. I feel like someone has been very strategic on trying to hold someone else back and keep them in a codependent connection of sorts with this addiction card. So either emotionally codependent or financially codependent. So potentially stuck in some sort of legal tie of sorts. I feel like your person has dealt with a lot, and it's been very challenging for them to end what they need to end in order to break free, I'm getting, and eventually make their way to you at a later date. This person wants to be moving on and kind of have smooth sailing, as it were, but I feel like they're still kind of tied in some sort of way to this other person or situation, and they're finding it difficult to break free, but they will be. There will be a clean cut with this axe It's all just a matter of time, okay? So let's look into the Radiant Rider-Waite and see what additional messages that we can get for you with this Radiant Rider-Waite. So we're going to look into the boat, then the karmic relationship, and the axe for Capricorn. I feel like this person, you know, your love interest is feeling blocked like on the inside, but they feel blocked externally as well, like in some sort of way. And they're trying to work on themselves and get their confidence back and kind of see the positive light in things, but they may be having difficulty with doing this. They could be battling some sort of addictions right now. Why is boat here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus? Look at that, as I say that. The Ace of Pentacles. This person is waiting for a lump sum of money potentially to come through for them so they can move on forward confidently and manifest their new beginning. Look at that. There's your card here with the Devil. So maybe this is you breaking free from someone, or someone's getting the opportunity to break free from who they need to in order to come forward towards you. I feel like this person has dealt with a very toxic situation, very unhealthy, unbalanced connection of sorts, and it's really knocked at their confidence, but they're trying to bring a new beginning for themselves, and it's been relatively challenging. And the only way they can bring in this new beginning for themselves is if they focus on healing here with that Queen of Cups. This person may even see you in a really loving way. You know, you working on yourself, you're very genuine, you're very kind, you're very compassionate, you're very nurturing. And I feel like this person is getting this sense of clarity that they want to have this closure from this old situation to then eventually bring you closure, especially if things didn't kind of go down very well in the past between the two of you. I feel like this person is even frustrated that, you know, with themselves, because they may feel like they've missed out on the boat of you and them having anything together, and they potentially are putting you on a bit of a pedestal as of right now. They could be relatively obsessive, like thinking of you, not necessarily lusting over you, but I feel like this person's incredibly tempted by you, or they've had difficulties with temptation in the past, or maybe casual relationships. I'm getting this overall indication as well that potentially they could have easily been swayed or manipulated by other people, or potentially this karmic partner or this karmic ex. You know, your love interest may have given them love or shown them pure intentions, but the other person, you know, was of a negative influence. You know, they had relatively toxic ways about them. Potentially they weren't very positive. They may have had some sort of potentially mental health issues or difficulties, and they could have been relatively challenging to live with. I feel like your person could also have been dealing with a karmic partner or a karmic ex who may have had issues with jealousy. They may have been relatively hot and cold, potentially flighty, maybe kind of financially draining on this person as well. If they were tied into some sort of legal agreement to do with a home or a house or a business of sorts, or maybe even a career. I feel like your person wants to embark on a new beginning with you, but they have a lot that they need to get through first before coming forward towards you. They could have a tendency to be a bit of a workaholic, actually, and maybe this has been their downfall in relation to love and relationships, because they've been more focused on their work, their finances, their career, like building up on that money, rather than having a true loving connection and commitment. Yeah, this person could have been very career orientated and a bit of a workaholic. They may be very determined, very ambitious to get to where they want to in their life. They have a lot of goals. They see themselves kind of reaching high places, as it were. Like reputation and status was once very important for this person, or potentially is still important, but it's trying to have that balance. I feel like this person could have had a tendency to be overtly materialistic, or they were dealing with someone who was very materialistic. And this could have been really quite difficult for your person. I feel potentially as well that there may have been a sense of infidelity here at one point. So if the karmic partner or the karmic ex was unfaithful, they may have had everything in their grasp, but potentially they self-sabotaged it by going out and being unfaithful, and they may have got caught and something got shown physically, something got revealed to someone, and now they're actually taking the time that they need to heal themselves and then embark on a brand new journey, on a brand new path. And I feel like that was kind of the kicker, as it were, for this person to realise that they were in an unhealthy place with this other person. And potentially there was a sense of trauma bonding here, like, you know, gaslighting, a sense of narcissism potentially. I'm getting the word abuse, so potentially emotional abuse here, rather than necessarily something physical, but I'm feeling a sense of emotional abuse and, you know, insults and that type of thing, okay? So I feel like your person may have accepted poor treatment from this person, and it's kind of really taken a lot for them to change and transform their life. This person is really wanting to become free and single and independent and work on themselves and become confident with that Queen of Wands as well, guys. They see you doing very well for yourself. Potentially you're very single, very independent. You know, you have your ish together. You may be having your own business, or you're running of an own business, or you're just very well organised. You know, you've got everything together, and I feel like this person admires you. They have fond memories of you. They think of you a lot, and they do want to work on the connection with you. They're trying to become independent though. Look at that. Potentially they're waiting on that one pentacle, that lump sum of money to be brought in so that they can move on forward out of what they need to. You know, they're working on a project. Maybe they're trying to bring in another source of income. They're doing something or waiting on something to come in, or maybe they're just trying to better their skills in whatever it is that they're doing, so that eventually they can invest and use that extra pentacle to give them to the 9, and then eventually break free from what they need to. I feel like this person doesn't want to rush to get into a relationship with you, and I feel like you don't want to rush as well. They feel the strong connection between the two of you with that 6 of Cups, with the past life relationship. And they are loyal to you, as we just saw the Queen of Wands, and now we've got, you know, the King of Wands. So this person definitely views you as a strong soul connection or a pair here. You could be dealing with a divine counterpart, high-level soulmate, twin flame, however this resonates. What's this karmic relationship here about? Let's find out for Capricorn, please and thank you. Karmic relationship for Capricorn. Oh, what was that? Did a card flip over? Did a card flip over? Oh, I thought it flipped over. Sorry about that. So I'm getting the sense of manipulation here. Like something seemed to be one way, but it really wasn't. Like something seemed to be there, but it wasn't there. Like this sense of, you know, with the Magician and the Devil. So I feel like there was a karmic partner or a karmic ex who could be saying particular things, of doing one thing and then doing another. Like they were very charming, but actually not everything is what it seems. And I feel like this person had to do a bit of soul searching here with the Hermit Virgo energy to recognize that there were significant patterns here in this connection and see the bigger picture. Why is the karmic relationship here for Capricorn? Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords, Justice. Could be dealing with a Libra. And oh my gosh, look at that. We have the King and Queen of Swords have come out on the table. I feel like potentially your person is going through the legal system as of right now with that Justice card. They're definitely dealing with a lawyer that's helping them to get out of this entanglement with this 8 of Swords. They've been up in their head about it. Potentially they've tried to communicate very clearly with this karmic partner or the karmic ex and say, look, you know, I want to go through a breakup, a separation or a divorce, or I want to move out, I want to do something, I want to become free and single. You know, if they have children, then they want to kind of do their best to co-parent with the child. you know, with each other, so the best for their children. I'm getting the sense of child support, alimony, a lump sum of money, something to do with a court case. What else here for the karmic relationship? I'll take one more for that. Yeah, look at that, with the King of Cups coming out sideways. There's a block in justice coming into play here because there's been a sense of emotional manipulation, or someone's trying not to get their emotions involved with this connection so that then they can have the victory. But someone is definitely manipulating something in a particular way to keep someone bound and stuck, so that they don't move on forward in relation to love and their career. But they're going to anyway here. Look at that with the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune. You know, it's destined for this person to break free of what they need to and move away from the drama and the chaos. You know, whatever this karmic partner or the karmic ex is trying to do to prevent someone from moving on or get them blocked in some sort of way, it's not doing anything. Because of the grander scheme of things, there is a bigger plan to it all, and it's not going to get in the way of destiny and fate coming in. So I feel like they're attempting to do whatever they can, but it's in a sense child's play, so it's not really getting anywhere. Like, this person could be relatively immature. They may try to come across as the grown-up here, as the adult, but really, you know, they may have a tendency to kind of throw a tantrum, as it were, have emotional outbursts, lose their temper quite easily, relatively moody and sulky. I feel like this person even led your person on here, and they were unfaithful and they were codependent, or potentially even had a secret life here where they may have had an affair with someone else, you know, a married man or a married woman here, and they wanted to keep it under wraps. But I feel like something is being revealed, it's being shown up. So I'm going to put that back and take one more for that karmic relationship. I'm getting the sense of hearsay, like gossip is going round. Yeah. 8 of Pentacles. A strong sense of karma here with those double 8s. And look at that with the Lovers, Gemini energy. Whoever has been putting in all the work to do things the right way, in closing off an old toxic cycle in their life and trying to be fair and split amicably and do things properly, it's going to go in their favour rather than the other person's favour, because they're doing the work and they're trying to do things properly. And I feel like this karmic partner or the karmic ex is getting up in their head now because boundaries have been put down and they don't obviously like it, because they potentially used to walk all over your person, but they can't do that anymore. Oh, they won't be able to do that anymore. So let's look into this axe here. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment and abandonment. Yeah. Well, there's definitely a stopping of a pattern here coming into play. Definitely. I wouldn't even be surprised if the love interest has gone silent on this karmic partner or the karmic ex. You know, they're not talking to one another because there's been a sense of betrayal and upset, and the trust is gone. And that they've been manipulated, they found out they've been played, they've been, you know, lied to on multiple occasions. So why is the axe here? That there isn't the loyalty there, that there isn't the faithfulness. I feel like your love interest was someone that was, you know, really hardworking, and they did a lot to kind of help with their family or provide for their family or what have you. And it, you know, it went unnoticed a lot of the time. It wasn't appreciated. So I feel like this karmic partner, the karmic ex, was very ungrateful. And I feel like there's been a lot that's been going on behind closed doors. Page of Swords. Yeah, look at that. 9 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Your person's absolutely using this axe and this sword to sever contracts with this other person, whoever they're tied to, and get their freedom. Look at that with the 9 of Pentacles. You know, I was saying earlier with the ace and the 8, and you add that up and you get the 9. Well, it's all coming into play here. you know, and we also have double 9, so 9-9, so definitely a closing of a karmic cycle coming in as well. I feel like your person's just feeling exhausted and that they just want to be free and single, and they're bored where they are, they're fed up, they don't want to be there anymore, they've had enough of it, they're fantasizing about the idea of when they're actually free, and they will get there soon enough. I feel like also your person is a little bit anxious on approaching you because you could be doing very well for yourself and they can't properly communicate with you as of yet until they got out of what they need to get out of this other situation, because they may have a lot of drama in their life here with the 5 of Swords, and they don't obviously want to bring drama to your doorstep, and they're trying to make sure that whoever else they're dealing with doesn't bring drama to your doorstep either, because obviously you've most likely been well out of it. Like, you don't even know of anything to do with the situation, or you're just not involved whatsoever, and then that would be incredibly unfair on you. Yeah, look at that. The 7 of Wands. I feel like your love interest is protecting you in some sort of way by not getting you involved or by not saying anything. I feel like potentially you may be receiving some sort of messages from someone, maybe this karmic partner, the karmic ex. They may kind of blurt out the blue something to you or try to send you a message or do something. And you may have to put this person on block or what have you, or you've already had to do that. This person's going to try and make you feel guilty or sad or something. Potentially they may throw some sort of insult at you and say that you're the one that broke their relationship when it's got nothing to do with you. They're going to try and guilt trip you in some way when you haven't even done anything. Could be dealing with a Leo here. I feel like you've been very much keeping yourself to yourself, working on your finances, keeping yourself separate, waiting for things to balance in your life, and then for this person to eventually communicate when they're ready to. But look at that. How incredible is this? I mean, it's kind of sad, but obviously, look, we have that addiction card with this person, and they're literally like ahead of them looking sad. And then we have, to mirror that, the person who is just like with their cloak looking down, being upset. Of what you don't see, this person is really genuinely hurt from whatever they've been going through, and they wouldn't let on to you, they wouldn't let you know, but they are really struggling. Really struggling. But I feel like this karmic partner or this karmic ex is trying to kind of compete, as it were, for your person, your love interest's attention. But your love interest doesn't want their attention. They're not interested. They just want to do whatever they need to do right by with their children if they have children, or to kind of leave what they need to and just move on to the next kind of chapter of their life. But I feel like whoever your person's dealing with is having a struggle with letting go of your person. But there's been an inevitable end. It's needed to happen. It's needed to take place. It's needed to close out. But, you know, I feel like it's all happening in a very kind of painful way, painstaking way, I'm getting. Because someone is refusing to kind of give up on a situation. I feel purely they're not wanting to give up. Like this karmic partner, the karmic ex, isn't wanting to give up because they feel like they're going to lose out on their security. And they don't want to be independent. They don't want to be free. They don't want to be single. They, you know, don't want to be on their own because they were happily codependent on your love interest, on your person. I'm getting a sense of afraid to go out, go out alone. To be their own person, to do their own thing. So they just kind of clung on to your person. You know? But anyway, I feel like your love interest is going to approach you and say to you that they've finished with what they need to, and that they want to protect and fight for your connection, and, you know, they want to make sure that you're okay, that you're safe, I'm getting. That you're safe. That's very important to them. So let's look into the soul journey and see what final messages we can get for you in this reading. But your person stayed where they were in this other situation because they were fearful of leaving, of what other people were going to say of them if they were to break free and do something else and to leave. You know, maybe they thought that other people would say not very nice things about them because they broke up with this person, or they separated from them, or they, you know, what have you. And this karmic partner, the karmic ex, was spreading some sort of awful rumours to do with them and their life, or I'm getting the word lifestyle. So that's something that's wanting to come through. There's something wanting to come through. One more shuffle and then we'll get into this with the Capricorn. What else can you tell us for Capricorn? For this reading, just to close off. Worry, yeah. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Well, this person has been worrying a lot. They have. Well, you can see it. They've been worrying. They've been stressed and up in their head about making the changes. But they know that by just doing that is not getting them anywhere fast. And they need to build on their self-esteem here. And I feel like that's exactly what this person has been doing. They've been working on themselves so they can feel more self-assured. I feel like this person is a very independent person in every way possible, or in most ways. Or they were a very independent person before they got in some sort of romantic connection with this person and things naturally just ended up changing. Failure. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. And forgiveness. Look at that. I acknowledge that harbouring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yeah, this person may have had a difficulty with accepting a karmic relationship or a karmic connection. You know, failed, most likely. It was inevitable that it needed to finish, needed to close out. It wasn't healthy. It was toxic. Your person felt guilty about the idea of leaving or moving on. And they've been worrying about it. But they've needing to have forgiveness for themselves and acceptance of a situation that actually there was no failure to it whatsoever. It just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to pass, and they needed to learn to let go and love themselves and then move on and kind of cut old negative patterns of, you know, whatever was going on with this connection or relationship. They may have also worried about the fact that they may feel like they failed you because they stayed where they were. They heavily invested elsewhere with this other person, and they may be stressing now that you're not going to take them on for, you know, going to take them on. Like, do you forgive them? I'm going to take one more for Capricorn. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Yeah, this person's been in the past, regretting their actions of what they did or didn't do. Regretting how they treated you as well, most likely. And also they regret their sense of indecision here with, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. This person is regretting putting you on the sidelines and procrastinating on your connection or not making a decision. And they also regret the fact that they didn't make a decision about this other connection or partnership a lot sooner. I feel like they carry a very heavy burden in relation to this because they feel like they've wasted a lot of time. But they haven't wasted a lot of time. They've had to learn significant lessons for their kind of growth, as it were. But it may take a little bit of time for that person, your love interest, to kind of get to that way of thinking or believing, but they will do eventually. Okay, but anyway guys, that is going to be the end of the reading. So I hope that there was a few messages in there that resonated, some messages if not the whole reading. Let us know in the comments down below. I'd love to get your feedback. If you did enjoy this reading, please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment, as I've already said, and I'll get back to you. I hope you have a wonderful week. Please take care of yourselves, and we'll speak to you very soon. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye for now.